Alright, today we're going to learn how to paint 100 paintings. Alright, let's run through the colors. Cadmium yellow, primary yellow, phthalo blue, ultramarine blue, pearly red, twin red, carbon black, titanium white. Alright, let's start with painting one. Alright, that's painting one. That's painting one.
When you're with me, you're with me, you're with me, I'ma show you right.
Alright, let's do painting number two. Number two. Alright, that's painting number two. Alright guys, we're going to do painting number three.
We don't talk anymore. If we did, I think it would get pretty ugly. They made me believe love's an open door in the beginning, then they shut it pretty quickly. I thought we were good, at times even great, but apparently I was just one big mistake. My exes and me, we don't talk anymore. If we did, I think it would get pretty ugly. I'm just a victim and not the evil feeling, so I'm sorry, not sorry that everyone that crosses my way is gonna feel the same pain that I felt. Love ain't what it seems, it's dark and cold and mean. When you're with me, you're with me,
And that's painting three.
you're bad, yeah, I'ma show you bad. When you're with me, you're with me.
Alright, now we're going to do painting four.
Dark and cold and mean. When you're with me, you're with me, you're with me. I don't really care if I hurt your feelings. I can make you fall in love, but I won't catch you. 'Cause no one was there during breakup season. All I needed was a couple of I love you. I'm
that's painting 4.
And yeah, I'ma show you bad when you're with me, you and me, you and me.
Alright guys, we're gonna do painting number 5. Oh man, is the battery dead or what? Okay, number 5. Alright, now we're gonna do painting 6. 6.
With you now, tear the roof off every building. I know I'll be spending millions with you. Just tell me what you wanna do. So let's get out, let's get out. I got money in my pocket and I'm about to spend it all.
And that is painting 6.
I don't wanna waste a minute. Don't have many plans, wing it. If you got a glass, fill it. Cause I need it now. Money is a bitch.
Alright, that's painting 7.
I don't wanna think about it. So if you know the song, sing it. Cause I need it now.
Alright, we're gonna do painting number 8. Here we go. 8.
I don't ever wanna stop. So let's get out, let's get out. I got money in my pocket and I'm about to fucking drop it with you now. With you now, tear the roof off every building. I know I'll be spending millions with you. Just tell me what you wanna do. So let's get out, let's get out. I got money in my pocket and I'm about to spend it.
And that is painting number 8. Alright guys, we're gonna start painting 9. Here we go.
About to spend it all.
If you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home.
And that's painting 9.
Before I know, keep coming back for you time after time. Maybe
Alright, now we're gonna work on painting 10. 10.
when you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the moves, yeah, baby I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the moves, yeah, baby I got you.
And that is painting 10. Painting 11. So layer 1.
I'm at the time, maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you, baby.
Alright, we're gonna start painting 12.
When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the falling, I'll be there to prove. Yeah.
Alright guys, we're gonna work on painting 13. 13.
Yeah. Baby, I got
That's our first layer. Alright, we're gonna move on to painting 14. 14 guys. Layer 14 here. Alright guys, we're gonna move on to painting 15. 15 guys. Here. Alright, we're going to move on to painting 16, guys. 16. Alright guys, we're going to do painting 17. 17. Alright guys, we're going to move on to painting 18 here. 18. Painting 18 here. Alright guys, we're going to work on painting 19. 19. Alright guys, we're gonna work on painting 20. 20. Painting 20.
Don't be afraid.
21. Painting 21. Painting 22. Alright guys, we're on painting number 23. 23 guys.
Don't be afraid.
Yellow. Okay, so we're on painting 24 guys. 24. Alright guys, we're on to number 25. 25. McDonald's gonna sign up, so let's make that. Alright guys, we're on to 26. 26. And that's our red and yellow. Alright, it's number 27 we're going to work on, guys. 27. Alright guys, we're on to number 28. 28. Very clean, such yellow. Alright guys, we're on painting 29. There we go.
Don't be afraid.
Alright guys, we're up to number 30. 30. 31. For this series, we're going to do Metal Mayhem again in a dark blue and white. Let's get into it, guys. Painting 31. Painting 31, guys. Alright, we're on to painting 32, guys. Painting 32. Alright, guys, we're on to painting 33. Painting 33. Alright, guys, we're on to painting 34. Painting 34. Alright, we're going to do painting 35. I'm going to go back to the more pure blue. There we go. Painting 35. Alright, guys, we're on to painting 36. Painting 36. Alright, guys, we're on to painting 37. 37. Painting 37. Alright, guys, we are on to painting 38. Painting 38. Alright, guys, we're back. We got painting number 39. 39, guys. All right, we're back with painting number 40. 40, guys. Painting 40. All right, guys, we are back for painting 41 and on. We are going to use green Metal Mayhem. 41. Alright, guys, we're starting painting 42. Painting 42. Alright, guys, we are on to painting 43. 43. Painting 43. Alright, we are on to painting 44. 44. Painting 44. Alright, we're on to painting 45. Painting 45. Alright, we are on to painting 46. Painting 46. We are on to painting 47. 47, guys. 47. Alright, guys, we are up to painting 48. 48. Guys. Alright, we're on to painting 49. 49, guys. 49. A lot of paint there. to painting 50. Painting 50. Painting 50. Alright guys, we're on to painting 51. Let's go get it. Painting 51. Alright guys, we're on to painting 52. Let's go start it. Alright guys, we're on to painting 53. Painting 53. Alright guys, we are on to painting 54. Alright guys, we're on to painting 55. Alright guys, we're on to painting 56. 56 guys. Alright guys, we're on to painting 57. 57. 57. Alright guys, we're on to painting 58. 58, let's get started. Here we go. Alright guys, we're on to painting 59. 59. 59. Alright guys, we're on to painting 60. Let's get started. Painting 60.
Be afraid.
Alright guys, we're at the 60 count. We're going to switch to black and white. Abstract. $61. All right, we're at 62, guys. Let's start 62. All right, we're up to painting 63. Let's get started, guys. All right, guys, we're on painting 64. Let's get started. There we go. All right, guys, we're gonna do painting 65. Let's get started. Here we go, guys. All right, let's get you on to painting 66. Paint everywhere.
Don't be afraid.
All right, guys, we're painting 67. 67, guys. Alright guys, we're on painting 68. 68, let's get started. Painting 68, I think. Alright guys, we're on to painting 69. Alright guys, we're up to 70. Let's get started. Here we go.
Don't be afraid.
Alright guys, we are on painting 71. And for this series, we're doing all architectural abstraction, so I'll be going back and forth. It'll be a real pain on the editing. But I think I'm going to do the next 20. I'm going to do at least 10, and then we'll see where we're at. Alright guys, we're on to layer 2. Alright guys, we are on layer 3. Alright guys, we're on to layer 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, layer 5. Alright, let's do layer 6, I think. Alright guys, we're on to painting 72. Alright guys, we're on to layer 2. Alright guys, we're on layer 3. Alright, on to level 4. Layer, was it 5? Layer 6. Alright guys, we're on to painting 73. Alright guys, we're on to layer 3. Alright guys, we're on layer 3. Alright, on to layer 4. Layer 5. Layer 6. Alright guys, we are on painting 74. Alright guys, we're on to layer 2. Alright guys, we're on to layer 3. On to layer 4. Layer 5. Layer 6. Alright guys, we have painting 75. Alright, layer 2 guys. Alright guys, we're on to layer 3. On to layer 4. Layer 5. Layer 6. Alright guys, we're on to painting 76. Alright guys, we're on to layer 2. Alright guys, we're on to layer 3. On to layer 4. Layer 5. Layer 6. We are on painting 77. Let's go get it. Alright guys, we're on to layer 2. Alright guys, we're on to layer 3.
Don't be afraid.
On to layer 4.
Don't be afraid.
Layer 5. Layer 6. Alright guys, we are on to painting 78. guys, we are on to the next layer. It's layer 2.
Don't be afraid.
Alright guys, we're on to layer 3.
Don't be afraid.
On to layer 4. Layer 5. Alright guys, we're on to painting 79. Alright, on to layer 2. Alright guys, we're on to layer 3. On to layer 4. Layer 5.
Don't be afraid.
Layer 6.
Don't be afraid.
Alright guys, we're on to painting 80. 80. Alright, on to layer 2, guys. Alright guys, we're on to layer 3. Layer 4. Layer 5. Layer 6. Alright, this is painting 81. We're going to start the last final sleeves 80 to 100. And we're going to do kind of dazzling drip style. We're going to start with changing this white to a darker background. So let's get to it, guys. Painting 82. Painting 83. Painting 84. Painting 85. Painting 86. Painting 87. Painting 88. Painting 89. Painting 90. Painting 91. Painting 92. Painting 93. Painting 94. The camera's really struggling. Painting 95. Painting 96. Painting 97. And here's 98 in case it didn't record. Painting 99. Painting 100. Alright guys, hope this isn't upside down for you. It looks upside down for me. This is layer 2. I put all the works together in one piece and we're going to paint them with yellow. This is layer 2. Alright guys, we're on to layer 3. We're going to do a bright orange. Alright guys, we're going for 1, 2, 3, layer 4. And that is the final layer for this 90 to 100. Alright, we just finished the last 20 of the paintings of the 100. Let's check them out in detail for probably the last time they're going to be together. So I like the detail, I like the colors. I think it came out good. I think I should use maybe a red instead of the orange, but overall pretty cool. So hopefully maybe one day these come back together again, but these are going to be all separated.